Okay, guys, it seems we are live now, and I'm only broadcasting live on my YouTube channel. So I hope you have subscribed to my YouTube channel and you would be notified that I'm doing this live streaming. And here we are. This is Wednesday, the 23rd of August, 2023. And there is a little bit of high impact news in the US session, but it's not for another hour and a half or so. And that's 8:45 p.m. in Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, if you live in Asia. It's 9:45 p.m. in Malaysia or Singapore. So if you're in other places, just be sure you check forexfactory.com for your local time zone. That's in about 1 hour and 30 minutes from now. That's the manufacturing PMI, high impact news, that will be released, and it could have a big move on the U.S. currencies and gold, which is paired with the U.S. dollar, XAU USD. So I just want to do a brief analysis. I'm not going to be here for the news when it's released, so I did want to just go ahead and have a look at the chart just briefly and see what we can expect. And this is the day chart, the 1 day chart. Every candle is 1 day. And we see that we've been on this long bearish run since about the 20th of July, 19th of July, a big move down. And we got down to about 1884, 1883, 1884. But now we've got 3 days of green candles. All right. Doesn't look very much on the day chart, but three green candles here. And that first line of resistance there, you see, that is 1903. And we need to close above 1903 if the bulls want to get any kind of little bit of an advantage to try and move higher to our next line of resistance, which is 1920. You see the two blue lines there I have. And we're staying in around 1902, 1903, 1904. We've been staying there for a long time and probably just waiting on the news to come out. I'll switch over to the 4 hour chart. We are bearish on the day chart, officially bearish on the day chart. Let me switch over to the 4 hour chart. So you have here every candle is 4 hours, and I'll just zoom out a little bit, and you can see we are actually bullish on the 4 hour chart. And what's happened here is I've showed you previously in my weekly analysis video that we have um, this trend line channel, this downtrend trend line channel here, and then on Monday broke above that and closed above that. So that trend line channel there, that became support. The resistance became support, and we moved up on Tuesday, yesterday, and then we had a big move down back to the trend line, which is support. And then it bounced off of that before the US session closed yesterday, had a good move back up, and then it's been moving up all day today. And there we are with the two uh, support and resistance line. This support is 1900 is that first line, 1900 there, you see, 1900. And then where we are now is 1903. And we need to close above that today in the US session. We need to close above that if we're going to have any hope. I don't think I was showing you my screen there. I just switched over to the screen. Sorry about that, guys. I will go back to the day chart here. Let me go back to the day chart. And this is the chart we were looking at when I was talking and you did not see the screen. I'm sorry about that. As I've said last week, I'm just getting used to this new streaming software. And so, I forgot to click something there. But here we are on the day chart. You can see what I was talking about. We're at 1903 level and need to get up above that and close above it if we want to get to the next level, which is 1920. Now let me go back to the 4 hour chart where I was trying to explain everything that's happened. All right, so on Monday, we broke above the trend line and closed above it. And then Tuesday came back down and touched the trend line. And then the end of the session moved back up. And here we are moving up today. And there we are at 1900 is that first line that you see. Okay, yes, the first line that you see there, and we're staying right around 1903 for a long time now. This is a 4-hour candle. We are bullish on the H4 chart. Okay, so, and usually that's a good indication that you're going to get a change in direction. When you're bearish on the day chart but bullish on the 4-hour chart, that could be a good indication that we're starting to see a change in direction. But we need confirmation on the day chart before we can say we are officially bullish. So we are at 1903 right now, 1903 and a little bit, and we need to close above that before. If we can close above this today, then the bulls will have a little bit of an advantage that they might be able to get up to this next level, which is 1920. That would be our next resistance level, that next blue line that you see there, 1920. So let me just flip over to the 1-hour chart and we'll see what we've got there. Okay, this looks a little bit more bullish. All right. So we had this bearish move down and then some consolidation here for a couple of days. This was Friday and then Monday. And then finally on Monday broke above that trend line. And then Tuesday stayed above it until in the US session it came back and touched the trend line and then started to move up before the US session closed. And here we are. And this today looks very bullish. We started the day at 1896, and now we're around about right at 1904. So it's bouncing up to 1904. I think we did hit 1905.47 earlier today, but now it's staying around 1903, 1904. So what's the play? What are we going to do? All right. Well, we're going to wait till the news comes out. All right, in about an hour and a half. That's the manufacturing PMI, which is significant data. That's high impact news. And that it might be, no guarantee, but it might be the catalyst that we're looking for to take us to higher prices. Go back to the 4-hour chart. Here we are on the 4-hour chart. If this news comes out and it's bad news for the US, then this was likely to move gold up, and I doubt that we would get to 1920 today, but that is our next resistance level. We need to at least close above 1903 or 1904. If we can close above that today in the US session, then it's a good indication that we have some chance that gold is going to turn around and start to move up. But remember, later this week, we have the Jackson Hole Symposium. That's in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. That's where the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell will be speaking. And so we need to be aware of that on Thursday and Friday, that there could be some significant impact on whatever it is that he says. We all know, if you're a Forex trader, we know when Jerome Powell speaks, he really does shake up the markets. So we need to just be aware of that. But for the time being, for this moment, we're just waiting for the news to come out in about an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes. That's the manufacturing PMI. And if it's bad news for the U.S. economy, then that should be a little bit of a boost for gold. And then also the major pairs, the euro, the AUD, the New Zealand, and the pound would start to move up as well. But most of you are trading gold. That's why I just look at gold, because it's paired with the U.S. dollar, and that's the U.S. news that we're expecting to come out a little bit later, and that's what will be moving the markets in today's U.S. session. All right, so I don't see that I have any comments here. I hope you have a good session of trading today on Wednesday, and if you do have any comments or inquiries, don't forget to just leave a message to me and I will get back to you. What you see on the screen here is my logo, Rick Ray FX, and that is my website, rickrayfx.com, where you can go to find out more about Forex trading. And also you see here we have my QR code. That's the QR code for my Line official group. And if you want to join my Line official group, it's absolutely free, no obligation. That's where I post my weekly analysis video every Sunday. And during the week, I do give updates on the news and occasionally a trade setup. When I see one, I will share that on my Line official group, and you can join that absolutely free. No matter who you are or what broker you use or where you live, you're welcome to join that group. There are a few hundred people in there and plenty of room for more. Okay, thanks again for being here. Don't forget to like, love, and share, and I'll see you again in the next video. Rick Ray signing out. Bye-bye.